Wow.
How's that look?
That looks fantastic, Al. So I've just started the recording so that people that listen to this later down the track can see that as well. But I'll just briefly intro you, if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, honest. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon, and as you can see, we've got Al Bala live from Las Vegas, I think you said, at the
Yes.
GoPro conference. And he just gave us a sneak peek on what that looks like with over 1 million people online watching that. So thank goodness to all the all the professionals that support the flourishment of our great profession in network marketing. So Al Bala joined Manatech in October 2007 as Senior Vice President Global Sales, and after multiple stair-step promotions was appointed as CEO in August 2015. With 14 years as CEO of Brit Worldwide, one of the largest independent Amway network marketing organizations, he is well placed to lead Manatech. With Brit Worldwide, his main focus was providing motivation, training, and tools for associates in the field in more than 65 countries across the globe. Mr. Bala was also heavily involved in the launch and relaunch of over 60 international markets, including BRICS markets, which propelled the Brit Worldwide international sales volume to more than 500 million. In addition to more than 37 years of domestic and international experience in network marketing, Al's proven record includes growing a major direct sales organization to 750 million, reaching more than 1 million people in 60 countries. Al is a conversant and or fluent in more than 13 languages. He's a global thought leader for network marketing, and he says you are called here for a reason. You have a special purpose, a mission to fulfill, to contribute something completely unique from you. Manatech is the perfect vehicle, and he's here to talk about making 2024 our best. So I'll just go off camera and sit back and listen and learn. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Sharon. That introduction was quite amazing. But this is what I have to say about that. After all those years, after all those countries, I'm sitting here and I'm spending 3 days to learn where our industry is at, what's going on, and how to propel this to the next level. I know it's going to be a little noisy. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good. I'm just going to go off camera and listen.
Okay. So the reason I wanted to show you guys what's going on here, because a lot of times it's easy for us to think that, maybe things have changed. Maybe network marketing is not as relevant as they used to be. But there's 400 people sitting here who spend $1,500 just to be in this room. All network marketers from around the world. There was 1 million people watching online. What has not changed is people still want more time and more money, which is exactly why I joined this amazing industry 43 years ago. Now, I was 20 years old, literally had no idea what this was about. Little did I know that the person who invited me that night was going to totally change my life and the life of my future generations. And that is the power we continue to have. And that is what is still happening today all around the world. There's about 60 different countries represented here. Just met one of my good friends from South Africa that was involved with us 15 years ago in South Africa. He's doing something else, but you know what? He says, what I learned in those early days changed my life. And that's the power that we all have in helping transform the lives of others. Too many times, I think when we focus on ourselves, when we focus on what's in it for us, it's very easy to forget that we are called here to make an impact in the lives of people. And true, Manatech is an amazing vehicle. Network marketing as an industry is an amazing vehicle to be able to change lives. And people need their life changed and transformed today, like they have always, like they always needed. We just did an exercise today, which was very interesting. And I'm going to challenge everybody that's on this call to do the same. So basically, Eric Worre, who's one of the guru coach to seven-figure earners. I mean, there was about 35 people in this room that were making over $1 million. And I think the highest was $10 million from the industry. But, and he's had the experience of working with leaders in 300 different companies. So he had us go through an exercise. I'm going to challenge us all to do this because he said, we don't have a quality problem. We have a quantity problem. And what he meant was we need to be accelerating the number of conversations that we have with people because frankly, when you get into those conversations, it's going to be very quickly, you're going to realize that everybody is pretty much in the same boat. So he challenged us to reach out in 1 hour to as many people as we could. So literally, I was going through my phone and just sending a message, not a message about my products, not a message about the opportunity, just a, hey, how are you? Long time, we haven't talked in a long time. I miss you. You're ready for the holidays. I did about 90 of those in an hour. And I had 33 people respond very positively, like, oh my goodness, so glad to connect with you, so glad to hear from you. And it just reminded me, and I hope we should be reminded, that we have that power of being able to reach out to people and bring something to their lives that can really make a difference. Now, I don't know how many people on this call, you may be new, maybe not, maybe you've been around for a while. And I'd like to talk to those of you that are brand new. If you're brand new, or if you've not been around that long, congratulations. You're at the right place at the right time. For those of you that have been around, it's interesting because, Eric went through a list of, I think maybe about 15 to 20, what he called limiting beliefs about industry. And then quickly reminded us that the same limiting beliefs that exist today are the same limiting beliefs that existed 30 years ago. We might think that things have changed, but really things have not changed. And it's just a matter of we go from one generation to another, technology changes, the way people do business, the way people do relationships may have changed, but we're still human beings and we still look for community. We still want to have more time. We want to have more freedom. We want to have more flexibility. We want to take care of our parents. We want to take care of our kids. We want to be good to our friends. We want to be good to our church. We want to be good to children around the world. Those things have not changed. And what we're doing here for 3 days is reinforcing those things, reinforcing our faith and belief in 4 things. The industry, right? Our various companies, in that case, Manatech, and why we should feel really excited about what's going on in Manatech. As a matter of fact, we just closed the biggest month we've had in the last 2 to 5 years. That was November. November was an amazing month. For those of you who are, by the way, they're not applauding me. So for those of you who've been following, I was just sitting with Ursula. She's here. She was invited by Eric as well. And Ursula just went silver presidential in her second month with Manatech. She went presidential in 9 days. She went bronze presidential in 19, and she just went silver presidential in 60 days. Now you'd say, but of course, she was a leader in another company and so on. And that's true. She brought in about 600 people in the last month, into her organization. And this is what's really interesting. 80% of those 600 people, this is their very first time doing network marketing. So what does that say to us? It says that we're going to continue to have a very plentiful reservoir of people who, if they are being talked to, we are creating conversations with them, then we're going to find that they're very open to some of the ideas of freedom and flexibility and rewards and money and more time and residual income and global reach, a global business. Those things are still very, very attractive. And I want to make that point to you all. And then I want to challenge you to make a decision. And that decision is that you want 2024 to be different than 2023 in your Manatech business, in your life, in your relationships. And that's going to start by really what you do in the next 30 days. You know, the masses are getting ready to go on a mental vacation. It's the holiday. I know Christmas music is already playing, and we're all dreaming of, we're all dreaming of the Christmas type of things that, and I can't remember the song, but you know what I'm talking about. But yet, it is those people who, if they make that decision right now and decide that 2024 doesn't start in 2024, but 2024 actually starts right now. And that we're going to reach out to as many people as we can. And again, like I said, we're not going to say, anything about our products or our opportunity. We're just going to reach out to them and just say, hey, been thinking about you. Hope everything is well. Let's stay in touch and start having those conversations, rebuild those relationships. I was so amazed at how many people were on my phone. And if people are on your phone, they must mean something to you. And if they mean something to you, reach out to them. I had some amazing response back. People were just blown away. These are people I haven't talked to in years. Yet they're on my phone. And they were so happy that I reached out to them. So for those of you who are building a Manatech business, start having those conversations. Now, eventually, we will pivot those conversations to more of a business or product conversation. But at first, it's just a quantity of conversations. Now, I'm going to challenge you to do it, but I'm also going to ask you all to keep me informed when you do this. I know that Sharon has my WhatsApp and my number and my email, abala@manatech.com. Tell me what happened when you reached out to 100 people. What kind of response did you get? Were people happy to hear from you? And again, like I said, this is not a Manatech call. This is not a Manatech conversation. This is just a conversation. And from that conversation, then you will know those people that are out there. Now, it's interesting because some of the people who just did that with us here, we probably had about 5 million texts and Instagram and Facebook connections made in 1 hour from all the people there was over 1 million people watching. So we figure about almost 5 million connections were made in about an hour. But some of the things that people commented on was the fact that when they did that, some people actually came back and go, oh my God, I'm so glad you reached out to me. I've been thinking about ordering some products. Now, that was not the reason for the conversation, but isn't it nice that when you reach out that people go, oh my God, I've been thinking about calling you to order some more products. And you'd be surprised how many people out there are literally thinking about ordering a product or doing something, and your reaching out will just spur them to actually do that. So, one of the things that the big discussion going on right now, is that the next 18 to 24 months is going to be pivotal in our industry. There's a lot going on, and that has to do with technology. It has to do with just the state of mind of people post-pandemic. It has to do with just working from home, people feeling disconnected, and the lack of community. But the next 24 months is going to be pretty drastic. And there's going to be what they call a tale of two cities. Because some people are going to come out of this time and they'll have incredible results. And then some other people are going to come out of these 2 years, and it's going to be the most awful 2 years they've ever had. So it's a matter of us all getting prepared to take advantage of this change, this transition, this chaos, and turn it into something that can actually be positive for you and your family and those around you. You know, they say fortunes are made in time of transition, and I believe that wholeheartedly, because it's about you creating a different narrative than the rest of the world. When everybody is scared, when everybody is hunkering down, when everybody is downsizing, when everybody is just uh, expecting the worst, you be the lighthouse in a storm. You be the person who brings a message of hope and positivity, a message of possibility, right? You be that person, and you'll be surprised that when you are that person, how much of a uh, different person you are, how much of an attractive person you are, because you're bringing a message that's very, very different to the rest of the world. And at the end of the day, those situations are going to be the same for everybody. The sun shines on everyone the same way, the rain falls on everyone the same way. But it's up to us to decide what narrative we will connect to those things that are happening to us and happening around us. The next 2 years could be the most phenomenal years of our industry. It could be the most phenomenal years of Manatech. You know, maybe the month of November will repeat over and over and over. Who knows? You know, because we just feel a momentum. We feel a new wind blowing. We feel a wave coming. And I know that sounds almost like I'm trying to motivate you. It may sound like I'm trying to just be the positive person, and because I'm the CEO, I am, and I am talking to you, and I should be saying these things. But that couldn't be further from the truth. I'm spending 2 days, 3 days of my life, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, sitting on a second row, learning, taking notes, writing as fast as I can do it, taking pictures. Because, folks, I am getting prepared. I'm getting prepared to lead our company in a way that's going to make a difference. I'm getting prepared to be that lighthouse in the storm. I'm getting prepared to be the light, the hope that people are going to need. And folks, that's a choice. That's the choice. After 43 years in this industry, I could very much believe that, I know everything I need to know about it. But I choose to stay green. I choose to stay open, to be coachable, to be honeable, to be open to new ideas, new possibilities. It's a choice. So I'm gonna really exhort everyone on this call that you have that choice too. And I know things in Australia have been a little rocky. I won't deny that. I know that the things have been a little difficult in some ways. Yes, I do. I do believe that. I do understand that. But I still believe that it's all up to us which way we choose to regard those circumstances and how we choose to utilize those things to create something better in 2024. 2024 could be your best year yet. Or maybe it won't be different at all. It's it's up to you. You will decide of what 2024 is going to be. And most likely that decision is not going to be made on January 1st. That decision is made on December 1st. That for the next 4 weeks, you're going to be laying the groundwork for the most amazing 2024. And you're going to start verbalizing it. You're going to start visualizing it. You're going to start verbalizing it. You're going to start, telling people around you, exhorting people around you, motivating and inspiring those around you to also make the same decision about what they want the next 12 months to look like. So I know that those were some of the things I wanted to share from my heart. It just happens that I'm in a place where my mind is being definitely excited about different things. On Wednesday, I was in the same room with 60 CEOs from all different companies. There was, I think, $40 billion represented in a room, and the conversation was no different. The conversation was no different. It's going to be a tale of two cities for the companies. Some companies are going to do incredibly well. Some groups within the company are going to do incredibly well, while others won't. And it is a choice. It really is a choice. We have the control. Circumstances don't really matter that much, because when one makes a decision, you pretty much discount all the circumstances. A quality decision will totally erase all the circumstances and make them, totally not matter much. It just again, you have much control over your future than you think. And we are all blessed to be in an amazing company that's been around for 30 years, that produces amazing products that really make a difference in the lives of people. I know you believe that because that's why you're here. We have a global company, a global seamless compensation plan. We have an amazing global impact through M5M and the M5M Foundation. We are making a difference in the lives of children around the world. And, as I've watched Manatech through the eyes of the people that have joined us in the last 6 weeks or the last 2 months, and realizing how much they see it different than maybe even we were seeing it, maybe that I was seeing it, because sometimes you're so entrenched into the nitty gritty, and you are in the weeds, and you, it's so easy to not see the forest for the trees. And then some new people walk in, and they're amazed about what Manatech offers. They're amazed that they never heard of Manatech before. And then they take Manatech to a whole new height. We had so many people achieve executives, gold executives, in 30 days, and have no idea what it meant to be a gold executive in 30 days. I had a young gal just do gold executive in 2 months, and she was feeling bad because she thought she was not doing it fast enough. And that's wonderful. I'm so glad that we are setting a total different expectation, right? Totally different expectation. And I hope that you guys get inspired and motivated by that, and realize that at any moment in time, your Manatech business can change totally, because a person will come into your business that will set a whole new level of expectation. That is what has happened to us. And I couldn't be more excited. And as I share this with you guys, is so that you understand that this is also for you, that possibility exists for you as well as it exists for Manatech. Someone, if you're having enough conversation, quantities of conversation, you may have somebody show up in your business that will totally turn it upside down. And that is what I hope for you in 2024. You are only about one person away from turning your business around completely and having the best year yet in Manatech. Now, again, I don't mean to be just trying to motivate or inspire, although that's what I'm doing and that's what I want to do for you guys. But I think I'm doing it from a point of view of reality, which is the reality that I'm watching right now unfold in front of me, with some of these new people who totally see Manatech from a different place. And if they can, I know there's other people out there who can do exactly the same thing. So anyways, I hope that this was helpful for you all. I wish you all an absolutely amazing year-end holidays. Christmas and New Year's. And I wish upon you the most amazing 2024. But like I said, it starts today, and it starts with quantities of conversations. Will you do that? Will you do that, guys? Put it on the chat if you will. Have 100 conversations the next 24 hours. I would say, I know it's a little late in Australia, or is it early in Australia? I'm not sure. But if it's early, take the next 12 hours and create as many quality conversations as you can and let me know about it. What happened when you did? Who is going to do that? Who is going to do that? Say yes on the chat. I want to see you guys say yes if you're going to do it, and then keep me apprised of that. Again, my email is abala at manatech.com. All right. So I want you to send me a note and tell me what happened when you had, and don't stop until you have 100 conversations, guys. Do not stop until you have had 100 conversations. And again, those conversations could be just as simple as hello, thinking about you. You're ready for the holidays. It's been a while. I miss you. I love you. Whatever those conversations are. As long as they're not about products, they're not about opportunity. All right. So, anyways, I'm going to turn it back to Sharon and the team. Again, I appreciate you guys very much. You're holding the fort. You've always held the fort. I always enjoy being on this call with you guys because I know, that kind of consistency is what we need. But I think it's time for us to take it to the next level. What do you think? So anyway,
I
Sharon,
think that's awesome. That's awesome, Al. I'm just wondering, while you're there, putting you on the spot publicly, maybe ask Ursula if she can either finish the year for us this year or start next year as a speaker. See if she'd do that for Australasia.
Oh, she will absolutely do it. I can tell you right now, I will invite her and I'll give you the contact, and then she would love to connect with you guys and tell you. I mean, she is more down to earth person you can ever meet. She's a cowboy mama, live on a ranch. Husband is a cowboy, and they just salt of the earth people. Very simple,
Awesome.
not. So you're gonna love her, and obviously devout Christian as well, and everything else. So you guys will love her, and I think you getting to have her point of view might be very, very interesting. Hi, Bella. Just saw Bella come on, and anyways, all right, Sharon.
Thank you. Yeah, my internet's
Happy
doing weird.
holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you guys in 2024.
Here loves Manatech, and sometimes some extra training and support is very powerful. Bye, everyone. I don't know. I think my internet froze, so apologies if you can't hear me. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone. See ya.